Well, the sacrificing the chicken we do. Sorry, no.
This world goes much deeper than you imagine.
Last time we talked was in London for the Way of Water press tour, and we had a lot of fun talking about how long people could hold their breath underwater.
Right. My best time's like 5.5 minutes.
6.5 minutes.
5 and something. 6 minutes, 30 seconds underwater.
When was the last time you checked how long you can hold your breath underwater?
I think it was this summer. Under a minute. But it's still up there. If I tap into the training, I know that I can probably hold it for longer than a minute.
Well, I think you really have to keep the training up. There's an app called Stamina, which will take you through the breathing process so you can keep it up. I have the app, but I haven't used it lately. But it was 6.5, and I think I could do 3 easy.
Oh, it's been a few years now. I haven't been on a dive trip. I've been finishing this movie. We came right off the end of Way of Water, right into post on Avatar 3. And, I haven't had a day off for like 3 years, so, but I do want to go diving. I'll probably go back to the Tuamotu Islands, which I love.
Ooh.
I did a breath hold with a fan.
Ooh.
He was 7.
That's amazing.
So I only got to 1 minute, but because he lost. I think I can do like at least 1 minute 30 like now.
I met a fan who loves to hold their breath as we're holding our breath in the underwater scene, so I've started to do that when watching the movie. And I guess that's been my test, so I always make sure to do the breathe ups before it. And actually, I was surprised how long I could go, but not really long at all compared to when we were actually filming.
Honestly, last time I think I held my breath was working on Avatar. I'm not trying to do all that. Yeah, no. I'm good with the land.
As an actor, how did you ready yourself emotionally to inhabit this mind space in this 3rd chapter?
Well, the great thing was we shot Avatar 2 and Avatar 3 together. They're essentially the same story. And so a lot of what we were experiencing as we filmed 2 literally just trickled into 3. So because we were shooting them concurrently, it certainly informed choices in Avatar Fire and Ash.
There are big changes that happen. I have to kind of deal with the spider issue, which is a very, very confusing issue for the Colonel. There are times when he lays awake at night wondering about his obsession with Jake Sully. Why is this guy still on my mind? And the answer to that is he feels it deeply connected, both positive and negatively. Negatively originally, but there's something, there's admiration. We have moments of great sympathy between us, which doesn't mean that I won't try to pull a knife and cut his throat in the next 30 seconds. And I think that that's partly the power of the character.
It was actually very challenging and very difficult to be in her body, to be in her skin as she was experiencing great loss. They always say that a mother is buried with that child that she loses, regardless of the fact that she may have existing children to take care of. And I wanted to understand what that was like, but in my body, because Neytiri is not a verbal person as much as she is a physical person. Jake is the verbal. Jake is more here. He's the jarhead, and Neytiri is more here. So, and this was broken. So I wanted to understand what that felt like. It was hard, and I think that at my age, I have experienced families that have experienced that kind of loss, and some of them just don't make it as a family, and it's heartbreaking. And I wanted to be honest about that kind of truth.
Like all of the children, I come into my own in this because our parents are busy with other problems, and the kids are really on their own. And they have to learn to rely on themselves and each other and protect each other. And so the childish squabbles sort of recede, and she kind of gives up her angst and just takes action. And I was very gratified by the reaction in the theater because people really are with her. And so they could celebrate those breakthroughs with me,
When I chose to write the story of a family, it also took me back to my troubled teen years. We were all troubled teens, let's face it, right? I just got excited around that idea of what are the values that are important to me? What are the values that are important to my kids and that I want to impart to them? I was just taking all that and saying, okay, how can I ground this dreamlike experience on this other planet in a way that everybody everywhere can appreciate? I'll make it about a family. Because we're all going through that. We're either in conflict with our family or we're supported and loved by our family, whatever it is. We're working out all of our family stuff all around the world. It's the basic unit, right? And then beyond that, you have your tribal unit. And how does your family exist within that community? And what are the pressures around that?
You said you could protect this family.
I was wrong.
You guys started principal photography in 2017. And a lot of life has happened to y'all since then. When you look at the screen and you see this movie, what strikes you about the 2017 version of yourself?
I think she was much more impulsive. Maybe it's like that being little thing where you haven't learned to have a filter and you haven't learned to have these mental instincts to pull yourself back sometimes. But I think at that time I was just much more daring to like just trust my instincts or take chances and take choices and even experiment with that when it came to the scenes and Took especially and playing with Jim since he's such a collaborative director. And I feel like I have to learn that from my little self because she really trusted her voice, and that's something I feel like, at least from my experience, can be forgotten over the years, especially in the teenage years.
I would say the light and sensitivity of Soraya, it's really beautiful. As I've become an adult actress, I definitely play more crazy characters, so It's nice to look back at Soraya and see such a sensitivity that is in me. I just love seeing her glow on screen and to see that I did that. I was part of that journey in bringing her to life. I was that journey.
I was so, I feel like, energetic. Like I just wanted to like be a part of everything, like wrestle all the stunt guys. Like I was just super physical. There was like such a golden retriever happiness that I just felt constantly that I feel like I don't want to forget.
It's so funny because while you were talking, I was like, yeah, I experienced greatness then. I was welcoming my third boy. And nothing is bigger than that. That was so impactful in my life. Everything else feels like a bonus.
It is a family.
Oona, let's talk about your character. You just jump off the screen with this performance here. What were some of the creative points of inspiration as you developed this character?
Oh, it was like falling off a cliff into the unknown because she's very different from me in so many ways. I studied Zoe a lot. You know, she is Pandora. So looking at her and the way she moved and then just sort of considering, okay, what happens when we cinch around the heart and just close the heart up and make it really tight around the chest, like she can't let go. And so then where does the center of gravity go? Where does the like brain of the body go? And it just dropped right into the magma of the body, and then that really informed the movement. And then the bugang, you know, the weapons, the kind of snake-like double-sided blades that she rolls with, learning with those and practicing with those for very many hours.
And did you learn any great Na'vi words along the way?
Many.
Yeah.
Many.
For me to know and you to find out.
I see you.
Damn right you do.
Who is that character on the screen in the Avatar films that you resonate with most personally?
Probably Jake. He's got a lot of burden of responsibility. He's got a duty to his family. The new films were written together 10 years ago when I had my kids, who are now all grown, were in their troubled teen years. And there was tension and there was discovery around that. So Jake is the guy that I write the most easily. Actually, the one I write the most easily from a dialogue perspective is Selfridge, because all I have to do is channel all the in Hollywood and put him into one guy. And I've been around in this business long enough that his dialogue is very easy for me to write.
Just find out what the blue monkeys want.
Were there any on-set rituals that you had that you guys got to revive in person doing this press tour again?
Well, the sacrificing the chicken we do.
Can we just end it on that? I'm sorry.
No chickens were harmed in this press tour or film.
But any mantras or any special phrases? Were there any Na'vi phrases?
I mean, we're not blue all the time, and I think
I feel like we still love to bring up Sivako,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
rise to the challenge. The past couple days we had a little powwow all together, the cast and Jim, and I think those moments are always so special to me. Being in the same room again and feeling everybody's energy, just, it's so contagious. 3, 2, 1, Sivako!